Austin, what up? I said I'd give you a video, and here I go. I'm going to show you how to do a warm-up exercise that's really good for your hands, and that's going to really let you take full advantage of that practice pad you sent pictures of. And I'm going to break it down. This is really a practice pad exercise. It's not something you're going to play continuously all that often if you're playing on a drum set, but it'll free up your capabilities so that you can do things without thinking about them too much, and your hands will be able to do things that use pieces of this. So you can use it either on practice pad to take advantage of the bounce, or on the exercise pad to eliminate that bounce. That way you really have to use your wrists instead of relying on the bounce. It's kind of like hitting a pillow. They're both really important to use. So anyway, I'm going to show you the actual pattern. It goes, you'll see why in a second, but it's going to go from slow to fast all the way back down. So up and down, okay? Sorry, so let's go back down. It's really good. It uses a combination of single strokes and double stroke rolls. You'll see in the email that this accompanies what I'm talking about. It's using 2 double paradiddles coupled with a single paradiddle. The double paradiddles have 3 1/8 note beats in them, and there's 2 of them, so there's 3 and then 3 more, so that's a total of 6 1/8 notes. And to round out the last 2, the single paradiddle adds 2 more. So it's a 4/4 thing. It's just a little bit different than you're used to seeing or hearing. Usually most people will hear 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. This one is broken up in 1 and 2 and 3 4. So 1 digga da digga da da digga da digga da da da. The pattern kind of sounds like this. And if I do it, you're going to notice that I do 3 accents on the right, 3 accents on the left. So it's real common. People use that pattern in reggae beats and things like that. I actually have an example for you right here. It's that Turn Me On song by Kevin Little that came out a while ago, but you'll recognize it when you hear it. So that's how it can be used when it's sped up to full speed. We're going to go much slower than that just to get the hang of things, because this pattern is going to be extremely complicated to do at that speed. It's possible, but we'll break it down. So here's the pattern. I'm going to go through this top part first and then the bottom. The top is just the count. The bottom is the pattern. So let's start at the top. I'm going to put these accent markers on here so you can see where the accent is. After I do that, it'll be a good time to pause the video so you can, look at what the pattern is and figure it out. So anyway, if you're going to do that beat, bum, bum, bop, boom, boom, bop, you're going to do 3 accents. I'll put them all on at the same time for you. And That way you can pause the video and check it out. So the 3 accents are going to be on the 1, the and of the 2, right here, and then on the 4, it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Da, boom, ba. Okay? I'll leave it there for a second so you can pause it if you need. Moving on. Now, we're going to move from this top part down to this. This is actually where the strokes come in. You're going to notice I have 2 lines of strokes. The top one and then the bottom one. Because we're doing 3 things, that's an odd number of accents going on an even number of hands, and that results in having to rotate. Just like if you do a 3-stroke roll, you're going to notice that the accent has to be on a different hand each time. So this whole pattern rotates in the same sort of makeup. It's just the way your hands are made, I guess. So this first part, the double-double paradiddle, you'll see this in, you can read about it in the email, but it's a single, goes right, left, and then a double on each hand. Right, right, left, left. So right, left, right, right, left, left. Like this. Sorry. Do 2 of those. And then a single paradiddle, which is just a double on one hand. So right, right, left, right, right. So the difference here is this one has right, left, right, right, and then left, left. The single has no second double. So you put them together and they go. Notice when I end that whole pattern, the 2 double-double paradiddles, there's 6, and then 2 more for the single to make 8. When I get to the end of it, this hand is going to still be doing things and this one's going to be up. So it'll really naturally allow you to switch and do the opposite with the other hand. So I'll put it together once through and stop so you can see that I'm ready. Then this one's just ready to start going. Now I'll add on the second pattern. So we'll go down to the bottom part. You see, instead of starting with, it's just a mirror image. Instead of starting with the right, it'll start with the left. So you do a double double starting with your left, accenting on the 1, the and the 4. So left, right, left, left, right, right. It's just a single and then a double on each hand. Like that, 2 of those, and then a single paradiddle, putting them together. Okay, so remember that the beat we're trying to do is like dun 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 ba, dun dun ba, like this song. I like this song. So to actually go that fast, like. So that's like sped all the way up. To actually get there, you want to go slow, because the only way to get faster, it's just kind of counterintuitive. You have to go slow until it's so clear in your head that you're kind of bored with it. Once you get to that point where you're a little bored with it, you know, put on freemetronome.com. It's a great website. And then you can go to different speeds. Pick a speed that's easy and do it for 10 minutes, just constant. And then speed it up a little bit. That'll really help you. Don't try to go straight to it because you want each note to be clear. The way that you know if you're messing up or if you're about to mess up is when you tense up. Like, if you notice, I can do these double strokes like at a decent speed without tensing my hand or anything. I'm going to move into breaking this down into its little parts, right? So you notice here, the right, left, that's a single stroke roll, and then you got right, right, left, left, that's a double stroke roll. This beat is made up of single and double strokes. So we'll run through some stuff to make your single strokes clean and to make your double strokes clean. So first, the singles. Single, that's a single stroke roll. Just right, left, right, left. It's pretty easy. So what you want to do is just break it down to do everything you can with your best hand. I'm guessing you're right-handed, but you know, this works in the mirror image also. Just hit it. And when you're hitting it, look at your hand, look at your fingers, and pay particular attention to the natural stroke that your good hand is going to do between here. You'll notice that the part where your fingers hold in half, not this little guy up here, but the half mark, those are going to control the stick bouncing in between here. It'll naturally line up in this line. So the halves on your fingers and that line right there, it's just where the stick naturally goes. And most people will like have a good intuitive grasp of that on their good hand, but then when it comes to their left hand, it's really messed up. So what you want to do is do this, and as you're doing it, get a nice consistent sound, but like take your hand, then listen. You're going to do the same thing with this hand. Look at it and try to figure out what's different. Why is this hand not doing the same sort of thing? Go back, keep repeating, and you'll kind of figure it out. Then do it without looking, because if you think about it too much, you'll mess yourself up. So to practice that, you can do flam taps. That's in the email that I sent you. You could do all sorts of things. That's all single strokes. We can go to double strokes now. Double strokes is just 2 on each hand, and to get that real clean to where you can do this exercise nicely, you want to be able to get your double strokes really clean and relaxed. So the way you do that is a little bit counterintuitive. It's a trick. When you're doing a double stroke, you want to be able to make them sound even and nice, just the way your single strokes sound. Sorry. These are singles. These are doubles. If you closed your eyes, you wouldn't really be able to hear a difference in those, and that's where you want to be. Most people have a natural tendency on their first stroke on a double to come down hard. And that's cool if you're trying to do a rock beat and accent that. But if you're trying to just go straight, that's going to sound weird. Doesn't sound very clean. There's the singles. And if you do that first accent on the doubles, it sounds like this. Doesn't sound like your singles, right? So to fix that, you're going to just take what naturally happens and let the first come down, with gravity. But the second is going to accent with your wrist. Kind of whip your fingers a little bit. Lift it up with your wrist, just a little tiny angle. Let it come up like that. And as you're going down, squeeze it into that line, and it'll make a harder accent on the second. When you speed it up, that totally evens out your double stroke. But when you're going slow, it doesn't do it as much. You'll see what I mean. Watch. When I get about this speed, things sound pretty even. And listen when I slow down. You can hear the second accent once I start going slow. To compensate for that, just stop whipping. You'll get a feel for the speed on what tempo you need to stop whipping. But essentially, once you go slow enough, you can just do 2 wrists. And as I'm going here, I'm doing a harder one on the second, but you can't really hear it. It evens out because the first one is naturally a little harder, and with that finger whip, the second one is equally as hard. So that's going to be very useful on this. Again, go to freemetronome.com. Just keep doing that, doing the other thing. A great way to actually highlight or accent the second stroke is to do a 4-stroke, accenting the last. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With both singles strokes and double strokes. You want to switch between them so that you can do 2 strokes at the exact same thing with versatility, and they sound exactly the same. Once you get to the drum set, you'll be able to use that in different ways, but for here it makes you very versatile. Here's what I mean. So I'll do the same thing, a double stroke starting with the right. There's 4 combinations. A double stroke starting with the left, a single stroke starting with the right, and a single stroke starting with the left. Oops. One more time. Singles, doubles, and you just want to be able to switch between those. You can add it to a beat. They sound pretty much the same, even though it's doubles and singles. Mess around with that a lot. Add your tempo, freemetronome.com, and then keep revisiting this sheet right here. Each time you get better at those singles and doubles, you'll notice that this gets cleaner and more relaxed. As you get more relaxed by doing it, you'll be able to naturally go faster. If you're going fast and tensing up, that's your max speed. You can't go faster than that. If you continue to do that while tensed up, you're going to get bad habits, and you're going to have a plateau that you can't pass. The key to speed is relaxation. So, yeah, it'll be good. You could do your single strokes in alternations. You could do them also like to even out your hands at the same time. If you can do identical taps, both hard and soft, you'll be really good. If you can do all this, very soft, low profile, and then go up louder. You'll be set. So change everything you can. Change the dynamics, louds, quiet. Change the hand pattern, starting with the left, starting with the right. Just do everything you can to mix it up. You can even change this pattern to just keep the same and figure out other things to do. It's just going to be something for you to start with. Don't always keep doing this pattern because your brain's going to stop learning and you're going to think that this is the go-to thing. But you want to be able to do anything, so just keep mixing it up. Hopefully you get a chance to play with this a little bit. Yeah, I'll see ya. Bye.